Hi, I'm Jennifer from my-colorado-kitchen.com, where I bring from scratch recipes straight from my Colorado kitchen to yours. Today, we're going to be making chocolate Easter egg nests. These little chocolate Easter egg nests are filled with chocolate and yummy coconut and cornflakes for that little crunch. We'll top them with some jelly beans and some mini marshmallows. You could also use little chocolate eggs as well. And these are just a fun tradition that we have in our house for Easter. The kids love them. It's fun to make with the kids or just to serve them at any of your Easter gatherings. So let's get started. So first we're going to take a half cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. So I already poured them in my measure here, and we're going to put them in a double boiler. So a double boiler is just a pot that has water in the bottom and then a pan on the top so that the water will heat up whatever is in that top pan. So we're going to put the half cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips in our double boiler. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put a half cup of milk chocolate chips. So I really like this brand, but any brand of milk chocolate chips is fantastic. We're gonna measure out a half cup. And honestly, you don't have to be crazy precise, but it gives a good balance of the flavors to have the semi-sweet and then the milk chocolate together. So we'll take our half cup of milk chocolate chips and we'll put them in our double boiler. And we're going to want to let the chocolate melt for a little bit, because then we're going to add in our coconut and our cornflakes. So while these are a treat, I really like to make sure that we use really good ingredients. So I like to buy the unsweetened coconut from Bob's Red Mill. I like to buy the organic cornflakes. I like to buy the better chocolate chips. So that way, while these are still a fun treat, they are just slightly better as far as nutrients go, which is important to me and my family. While we're waiting for our chocolate to fully melt, we're going to measure out our cornflakes, and it is 1 cup of pre-crushed cornflakes. Again, with this specific recipe, you don't have to be crazy specific on the measuring. So I think I got just a little over a cup here, but we're going to take our cornflakes. We're going to put them in a plastic bag, or you could also use a blender. But I'll be honest with you, I don't like to have a ton of dishes, so I'm gonna put them in a plastic bag. I'm gonna get as much of the air out as possible. And then I have this meat pounder that I like to use, just the flat side here, and we're just gonna pound up our cornflakes. Okay, so this is about what our cornflakes should look like. In just little pieces here, there's not a specific texture that they need to be, but just little pieces, so that way in our Easter egg nest, we're not taking a bite out of a huge cornflake in there. So we have our cornflakes ready. We're gonna check on our chocolate. You want your chocolate chips to be almost completely melted before we add in the coconut and the cornflakes. This will just make it a smoother, creamier consistency, and we won't have to keep melting the chocolate after we've added in our mix-ins. Okay, our chocolate is looking really good. It's nice and melty. So we're gonna measure out our coconut. So we need a 1/4 cup of coconut. And again, I like to use the shredded unsweetened coconut. I'll be completely honest, I am not a huge coconut fan, but this coconut is okay. It's just enough to add a little flavor and crunch to it, but not too much where if you really hate coconut, you will hate this recipe. That being said, if you really, really are like, I'm not doing coconut, that's fine. You can omit it and just maybe put a little extra cornflakes in there just to make sure that the consistency of your nests will be right. So we're gonna get a 1/4 cup of coconut. You'll wanna stir that coconut in, and then we will add our cornflakes. So make sure you crush them before like we did earlier. So we're gonna add in our crushed cornflakes. And you're just gonna wanna make sure that that is all mixed in so that all of the cornflakes and the coconut are covered. After our chocolate is all melted and all the mix-ins are in there, we're going to bring it over. We're gonna put our Easter egg nests, we're gonna build those out on our parchment paper. So you can do this 2 ways. You can take a piece of parchment paper and just have it on your counter and do that, or you can put it on something like a baking sheet or something so you can stick it in the fridge if you would like to chill them faster. I'm in no hurry, so I'm just gonna put them straight on a sheet of parchment paper, and I'll let them harden just on their own. So we're gonna take a spoon. This is just a regular teaspoon. I'm just gonna take that. You don't want these super big, because imagine just eating a full mouthful of chocolate nests. So we're gonna kind of lay them out. You're gonna dig a little hole in the middle to make the nest. These don't have to be perfect. If you think about actual birds' nests in the wild, they clearly are not super perfect, although they're beautiful. But make them as you want. Okay, so we've got those all laid out. Now we're going to, when they're still a little bit warm, so the chocolate's still a little bit wet, we are going to add in the eggs to our nest. So in this case, I have some jelly beans and some mini marshmallows. I think those are perfect little additions to these. The reason you want to add the jelly beans or the marshmallows or the little tiny chocolate eggs, if you want to buy those as well, in when the chocolate is still a little bit wet, is that they'll stick a little bit when they dry, so that way when you go to eat it, the jelly beans don't just fall off. So we'll add those in. Our favorite jelly beans are the Yum Earth jelly beans. They taste the best because they're not made with any artificial dyes. They're made with all natural flavors. So I highly recommend those. I'll link them in the description below. And there you have it, our chocolate Easter egg nests. You'll just wanna let them cool, and then they'll just peel right off. They'll stay hard and you can enjoy. I hope you guys like them for your Easter celebrations, and I hope your kids do as well. If you like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe for more scratch recipes, and check out my-colorado-kitchen.com for the full recipe details. From my kitchen to yours, happy cooking.